What's up, guys? It's your boy Scion, and you know the rules how I go about doing these type of things. This is gonna be a complete review on Devian, and Devian is a Korean MMO. Basically, just came out. I'll show you the different classes here. To me, this game is Diablo for the Eastern countries. Basically, it's very straightforward, very smooth, and it has a lot of cinematics in it actually, which kind of threw me off. Well, not throw me off, but it was kind of fun in my opinion to actually have that much story be involved in this type of game. And you're gonna see basically right here, I'm gonna call out my little rabbit raccoon mount thing. I don't know what the hell is it supposed to be, but it makes you run a little bit faster than what you would normally run, and that's what I thought that was a little bit interesting in the game like this, because you got a mount, and like why? They might as well give you wings or something like that. You don't really need this type of thing in this game. In my opinion, I don't know, whatever. The way the game works pretty much is you just have to run around and do different things as long as the storyline, and you have basically a demon gene inside of you, as you can see right here, and you can transform into that demon, and the more demons you kill, the stronger this gene gets. As the stronger the gene gets, the more skills you get. So I'm going to show a few of them, and we're going to run around and have a little bit of fun right now. Now basically this is me in a dungeon right here, and what I'm going to actually start doing is I'm going to start streaming this game, because this game is a very streamable game. It's very interesting, and the last time that I streamed it, I ended up with like 100 people out of nowhere. Like it's not like Deviant is really listed on Twitch, but people just stuck around and wanted to see me play it. So you know, I'm definitely going to try to get more of it out there and have a little fun with it, because it's not as cheesy as most people would think with games like this. You know, some people say Marvel Heroes is cheesy, but I like Marvel Heroes, and I like Path of Exile, and I like Diablo. I like Diablo 3. The new Diablo 3, not the old Diablo 3 that they have originally came out with. I like the expansion version of Diablo 3 with the whatever, something dead or whatever else. They just came out with another one that's for the console, but I like that version. I don't know, I just like these games in general, and this one you can actually control a whole lot more than those other type of games, because those are really all mouse and then run around, but you can actually use WASD in this, so that's good with me. Like, I can use a controller on this, even though I'm not right now. I'm still using the keyboard anyway, but you can actually use a controller for this, and I appreciate the fact that I can do that if I want to do that. Now, the way the game also works is you can set people up and you can do massive damage with stuff like that. You can chain different things, you can use elements, and depending on what type of skills you level up and actually want to use, you can set off combo chains. Like, you can pull stuff in and then they'll be weighted and magnetized. Now, them being magnetized for whatever reason does extra lightning damage. So that's all pretty cool. Now, this is my demon possession that I actually called out. I'm only like level 1, so I'm kind of new with it right now. I just got it, and you actually drink blood and souls, and it's pretty much how you level it up. Now, you want to actually keep using it, and if you look at my screen right there where you see with the 13 in the middle of my power bar and my life bar, now that builds, and what you want to do is as soon as you're able to and you can use it, like probably like the first notch as you see right there, you want to keep using it, because that levels up your demon soul, and your demon soul is, I consider it like a piece of gear, and you want that gear to be as strong as possible. So just keep leveling it, of course, and you'll get more use out of it. You get more skills, you get a more, I guess, a demon change, because I also started to notice people running around as a demon just like without it cutting off. I don't know how they're doing that and what level they are to actually do that, but it's pretty cool. So I would like to actually get my character up to that strong. I usually don't play demon characters because I'm usually on the holy side of things. I like to be good characters, to be holy and all that, you know, paladin and everything else. But I like this game, and just this once I'll tolerate it and do it in this type of game. So other things that you want to note, again, you have the elements that you can actually use. I don't know how fire works, because if you freeze somebody to the ground and they're frozen like that, you can throw out fire after that, and when you actually hit them, like, they take extra damage. And like, how does that work? Are they getting, what is that, frostbite? What is there, like extreme temperatures or something like that? I don't know, because I can't read it. Normally I can read some things like this, but it seems like sometimes, like, the characters aren't even, like, I don't even know what they are. They're like, it should be Korean, but it's not Korean. It's like maybe Chinese or something like that, and that just confuses the all hell out of me. Like why that would even be like that, but you learn to get rid of, not get rid of it, but you learn to get over it, because MMO is universal. So I'm gonna keep saying that until I die. Like, MMO is just always universal. So even if you don't know the language, you still know the language, because you do the same motions. Now, this particular dungeon right here, you're supposed to save a guy, and you're gonna see me actually save him in a few seconds. And usually most of the dungeons have some type of theme. Usually you're saving somebody majority of the time, but also notice that you had a few dungeons where you actually had to race to get to certain things. You had to protect something, or like just different types of missions, which is cool. You don't want to have the same thing all the time. Just go into a dungeon and you gotta kill the boss at the end of the dungeon, and then nothing else happens. Like, you get no cinema or anything else like that. That's boring gameplay, and you don't really want things like that. You want stuff like this. Like, you want cinema action. You want to save this guy, and then have him talk his crap. Now he gets out like, yeah, I'm gonna get them with my sword, whatever. And then this happened. I'll let it play for itself. All that mouth, and then that happens. Now, the boss fights, it's in your best interest to play with somebody in the boss fights, because although I took this down relatively good, this is just like the noob level. Like, I believe normal, there's hard, and then, you know, super hard, stuff like that. Yeah, screw that. You're not doing that by yourself. They end up being legitimate raid bosses at that point, and you need real, you know, like, geared up type of thing to actually do stuff like that. So I cut my demon soul on just to, you know, whoop on his behind really quick and do extra damage. Then I failed and got stuck in his little thing. Like that sucked right there. But another thing, bosses have, like, they have cool mechanics like that. They can do different things. Like, I fought a boss that knocked me in the air, and while he was knocking me in the air, he was draining away my my HP. So the only thing I could really do is use, like, my spam attack, which doesn't use anything. And I thought that was relatively cool, because I didn't expect that type of mechanic from one of these games, and I've never seen them do that before. That fight made me think a little bit, and made me think about managing my resources a little bit more, and not spam, and, you know, just get my shots in here and there. It ended up taking me like 10 minutes to kill him because of the mechanic that he was doing, but, you know, it was a challenge, and I like a challenge. So this game is definitely right up your alley if you want a challenge. Pretty much that's it. So you guys be legendary, and I will see you next video. Peace. Thanks for watching me, Scion Storm. I do anything and everything MMOs. If you like what you saw here, please like and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and Twitch, and get at me on any social media that you feel. I am on there. Holla at me, be legendary, and I will see you next time.